Selena later in the movie says that the infection first started in villages, but Cambridge is a medium-sized town just 63 miles away from London. Once bitten, people become infected within seconds, so if the chimp escaped from Cambridge, within days the whole city would have been infected. When Jim is walking through London, the clock on Big Ben says 8:15, in the next shot it says 6:40 or 8:35. Check out the man on the right corner holding a white bag or something. Rage virus makes people lose a lot of blood. When Jim is walking around abandoned hospital and streets, there is no blood anywhere. It's got to be the most successful evacuation of England ever. Otherwise, in a country of millions, you'd at least have thousands of infected and corpses all over the streets. Someone, at the last minute, decided to drive a big red double-decker bus and a delivery truck into the shot. The streets were empty of any bodies, but for some reason there are a lot of people piled up at the church. This would only make sense if it was a mass suicide. Whenever you watch a movie frame by frame, it is interesting the things you find out, like the CGI face on the burning infected.
No TV, no radio, no electricity.
Mark said there was no electricity, but later, when they go to the supermarket, the lights are on.
No one ever comes back.
They just spent a few minutes telling Jim everyone's families are dead and that no one ever comes back. But they sure changed their mind pretty quickly and they just met Jim. When he reads the letter from his parents, he holds the letter differently between the scenes. Look at that bloody hand rubbing all over his face, and he didn't get any blood at all on his mouth or eyes. When Mark kills Mr. Bridges, his arm is unharmed, yet later we see his arm with a bite and gushing blood. Why use so many candles when they have electricity for the Christmas lights? Also, wouldn't they know that that much light serves as a beacon to the infected? Early in the movie there is a garage that explodes, but later the view from the top shows the same area without any signs of the explosion. Would those laundry baskets full of holes really make a difference when you have a rooftop full of containers? I guess every drop counts. Whole streets are deserted, except for when the story calls for a pile-up, like in the tunnel that causes the flat tire. So far in the movie we've seen a lot of stores trashed, but somehow the supermarket, a prime looting place for supplies, is in pristine condition. The figurine in the right side of the taxi is gone and the sticker changed position, but later the sticker is back to its original position. As they approach the barricade, the windshield wipers are on, but when the scene changes, they are off. Blood splatter on the camera. Cameraman on camera. This is just as bad and funny as the camera crew that kept showing up on camera on the movie Braveheart. The actor that opens the gate is the same dude that plays the infected mailer. Apparently the director was impressed with his acting, so he gave him the mailer part after a lot of the scenes had already been shot. The rage virus is a twist on traditional zombies, but if the virus effect is mostly psychological and results are uncontrollable rage, the movie leaves unanswered the question of why don't the infected attack and kill each other. Another question will be whether the infected drink and eat, otherwise they would all die within weeks. When they find out the girls will be slaves and try to run away, Selena has her machete in her right hand while running, but in later scenes it is gone.
They quarantined us.
But that would not explain the lack of radio communication, internet, telephone, or electricity, unless you believe that everything broke down in just 28 days. Trained military would never randomly shoot a nothing. If we assume that the wall on this side is the same as the other side, then that would have been a pretty impossible climb with tied hands. I don't know much about England's roads, but it seems like a lot of comments on the internet point out that the locations of where they say they are or where they are going are all messed up and do not match the signs that you can see on the side of the roads. Jim, the bike delivery boy, becomes an expert at setting up ambushes and killing trained soldiers. And he carries the dead body to the car for no reason at all. More random shooting yet nothing. He literally just turned around and started shooting with no idea where Jim is. As he pulls the body out of the truck, 3 infected are running towards the truck. However, Major Henry West shoots 2 of them and the 3rd infected just disappears. The chain vanishes from Mailer's neck as he runs into the mansion, and then it's back when he kills Major Henry West. Towards the end of the movie, Hannah crashes the car through the gate. In the next scene, the car is undamaged. I guess Selena took off her green sweater between shots, right?
If someone gets infected, you've got between 10 and 20 seconds to kill them.